Welcome to Strange Travels. I'm Lauren, and that's Clint, and we're from Nashville. We love to travel, whether it's a day trip or to another country. We love seeking out new experiences, hiking with our dog Lily, and finding amazing food along the way. We hope this channel helps you plan your next adventure and encourages you to capture new memories. In our last video, we took you on a food tour in and around the French Quarter of New Orleans. But there was a big part of New Orleans missing, and in today's video, we're taking you on the ultimate New Orleans cocktail tour. Here we go!
New Orleans is the home to a lot of popular cocktails.
And we're gonna show you where you can find these drinks and more in the French Quarter. One of our favorite places to get a drink in New Orleans is the Carousel Bar at Hotel Monteleone. The Carousel Bar has been spinning since September 3rd, 1949. It is the only carousel you have to be 21 to ride. The carousel has 25 seats and completes a rotation every 15 minutes. It is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight, and if you want to guarantee a spot at the bar, we recommend arriving about 30 minutes before and waiting at the main entrance of the bar.
Their most famous cocktail is the Vieux Carré. It was created in 1938 and contains rye whiskey, cognac, sweet vermouth, Benedictine, Angostura, and Peychaud bitters.
Inside the historic Roosevelt Hotel is the legendary Sazerac Bar. It is a popular place to order what many consider to be the world's first mixed drink, its namesake, the Sazerac.
But we are here for the Ramos Gin Fizz. It's made with gin, simple syrup, lemon and lime juice, heavy cream, orange flower water, and egg whites. The recipe calls for the drink to be shaken for up to 15 minutes or until the drink is good and frothy. The creator of this drink, Henry C. Ramos, sold the rights to the Roosevelt Hotel, and the Sazerac Bar is one of the few places where the bartenders still shake the drink themselves.
Pat O'Brien ran a speakeasy in the New Orleans French Quarter until the repeal of Prohibition.
He officially opened his bar on December 3rd, 1933, and in the 1940s, domestic liquor such as bourbon was scarce. However, rum was plentiful, and the general manager at the time experimented with the rum and found a new drink with passion fruit in a glass shaped like a hurricane lamp, and the hurricane was born.
We felt this video would be incomplete without a stop at Pat O'Brien's, which is the birthplace of the hurricane. And to be honest, I don't think Lauren and I were that excited about it because we had heard that they make their hurricanes now with their Pat O'Brien's hurricane mix. So we expected the hurricane to be really sweet or almost taste syrupy, kinda. But it was actually, we were both surprised with how much we liked it. It wasn't super sweet, it was actually really good. The environment was actually fun. We were there right when it opened, so we got to interact with the bartender who was great.
Clint and I's favorite bar in New Orleans is on Bourbon Street, and it's called the Bourbon O Bar inside the Bourbon Orleans Hotel.
Their award-winning bartenders offer a wide range of historically accurate craft cocktails, including what we believe to be the best hurricane in New Orleans. Because they use fresh ingredients with every cocktail, you can really taste the difference. For us, no trip to New Orleans is complete without a stop at the Bourbon O Bar.
It is what it is.
Super fresh.
I still think the Bourbon O Bar Hurricane might be my favorite because of the really fresh ingredients. But the Pat O'Brien Hurricane is definitely stronger. So,
you ready for the boom? Hurricane?
Tujague's Bar, originally located at 823 Decatur Street, was home to America's oldest stand-up bar and to one of my favorite cocktails that was invented in 1918, the Grasshopper.
Made with white and green creme de menthe, white and dark creme de cocoa, heavy whipping cream, and brandy. The bar's new location is at 429 Decatur Street and still serves their famous Grasshopper. The Napoleon House gets its name from when the mayor of New Orleans offered residence to Napoleon in 1821 as a refuge during his exile. Napoleon never made it, but the name stuck and opened as a bar in 1914.
Its signature drink originated in London, but made its mark here in the late 1940s.
One of the most underrated drinks here in New Orleans, in my opinion, is the Pimm's Cup here at the Napoleon House, right behind me. If the line looks long to get in, don't let that scare you away. If all you want is the Pimm's Cup, just tell the host or the hostess inside that you just want to get a Pimm's Cup to go. That's the great thing about New Orleans, is you can get drinks to go. So they'll send you to the edge of the bar or the counter, and you'll be able to get your Pimm's Cup to go. It's very refreshing on a nice hot day here in New Orleans. It almost tastes like a Arnold Palmer.
While this bar has existed since the 1950s, it became known as Erin Rose in the early 2000s. It feels more like a local spot right off Bourbon Street, but is very newcomer friendly.
Their famous frozen Irish coffee is a great way to start a steamy summer morning in New Orleans, with daily specials starting at 10 a.m. So we stopped in at Erin Rose, which they are famous for the frozen Irish coffee. And I'm about to taste it. It looks so good. Oh man, it's like a milkshake. That is really good. Especially it's on a hot morning like this. Really good. Highly recommend. Also, the best part is they sprinkle coffee grinds on top just to add that little extra coffee flavor.
The French 75 Bar received the James Beard Foundation Award for Excellence and is dedicated to making the finest cocktails with the highest quality, locally sourced ingredients, homemade syrups, drams, and liqueurs.
This bar at Arnaud's was custom built in the late 1800s, and both it and the bar back are vintage.
We've read that the French 75 drink was invented here, but that's actually not true, as the drink was invented at the New York Bar in Paris.
Cheers! I love it. We stopped in to get a French 75 at the French 75 Bar here at Arnaud's, and it did not disappoint. It was everything I hoped for. It was delicious. It's a great brunch time drink because it's got champagne in it, so highly recommend. It's a really cool bar, very speakeasy like vibes, but yeah, it was great. Definitely recommend. Another popular drink here in New Orleans is Absinthe, and you can find it in many different places. You can find it at the old Absinthe House, which is right on Bourbon Street, but our personal favorite is Pirates Alley Cafe.
Another reason Pirates Alley Cafe is one of our favorite places is the legend or myth behind this Absinthe Bar.
Located on the French Quarter's legendary Pirates Alley is Pirates Alley Cafe, a 398 square foot bar right next to the St. Louis Cathedral. But this section of the French Quarter prohibits bars. So when the state came in 2013 to shut the bar down, how did it remain open? Well, there are two stories. The first being the bar was too close to the church, and when state officials came to measure how close the bar was to St. Louis Cathedral, rather than walking the 6 steps from the church's wall to the bar, the officials started measuring from the pulpit, walked out the front door, and around the corner and down the alley to Pirates Alley Cafe.
I want the truth!
The true story has to do with audits, percentages of food sales versus alcohol sales, an establishment being designated a bar versus a restaurant.
Okay, so that's boring.
This fun bar glows green for the green fairy, Absinthe. This black licorice tasting alcohol is good, ice cold, and in small doses, but the experience of an Absinthe drip is definitely unique and worth trying when you are in New Orleans.
Right now, if you look, this is what's called seeing the green fairy. This is a chemical reaction called louche. So the sugar takes a lot of the bitterness out of the absinthe, so you can taste the more complex flavors. So by the time it's done, it'll be like a milky green, and the mouthfeel will be a little bit like, almost like green tea.
Yeah?
Yeah. And this is the traditional French ritual.
4 total.
You can keep it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go. It's pretty mild. It definitely is very black licorice. So if you don't like black licorice, you will not like this drink. But it's manageable. Like, it's a good drink to just sip on.
Part of the reason this is our favorite place to come and get absinthe is the experience. They do the drip, but the lighting that they include on the drip makes it so much more fun at night. The atmosphere is awesome. It's cash only, but if you don't have cash, there is an ATM inside.
Walking around New Orleans, and especially on Bourbon Street, you cannot miss New Orleans' most powerful drink, the hand grenade.
The recipe is kept a secret, but this melon-flavored drink is said to be stronger than a hurricane. When it comes to doing a guide to the drinks in New Orleans, we felt obligated to include New Orleans' most powerful drink, the hand grenade. I asked him what was in it, and the host said, "I'm not sure what the mix is. I think it's the sweet and sour melon." It's sweet, sour, melon. Surprisingly, not as bad as I expected it to be. A little refreshing, almost, but sweet.
Much to my dismay, I guess I will try it too. It's not as sugary as I thought it would be, so it's actually not that bad. We came to Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop, Bar and Lounge, and it's actually the oldest bar in the USA since 1772. This location was built between 1722 and 1732. Between 1772 and 1791, the property was used by the Lafitte brothers, Jean and Pierre, as a New Orleans base for their smuggling operation. Their most famous drink is the Voodoo Daiquiri, aka the purple drink. And I've actually never had it, so this will be my first time. Alright, here we go. It's like a frozen, very dark purple. Oh, that's good. It basically is like, instead of a strawberry daiquiri, it's kind of like a blackberry almost. I don't know if that's right. We'll see. Maybe Clint can try it and he'll tell you.
Okay, we're gonna try the purple drink. tastes, I think it tastes like grape, but it definitely reminds me of a certain flavor. Maybe it's like a grape Jolly Rancher. It reminds me, if I think of it, I'm going to interject right now and tell you what I think it tastes like, but I can't think of it right now.
All right, Clint, we've walked maybe 100 feet, and he's been looking at his phone for probably 10 minutes trying to figure out what in the world this tastes like, and I told him he's really going to show his age with this.
It was driving me crazy, and I finally discovered what it tastes like. It tastes like grape all sport. And if you don't know what all sport is, it was like a Gatorade competitor in like the 90s. I used to get it at gas stations all the time. I thought it was so cool.
All sport, the game will never be the same.
And that is what this reminds me of. It's grape all sport.
Jeff Beachbum Berry has been recognized as one of the world's leading rum experts and has been cited as the Indiana Jones of tiki drinks. He has tracked down former barkeeps from Trader Vic's and Don the Beachcomber for secret recipes that help build a tiki drink revival.
The drink menu spans the entire 80-year history of tiki drinking.
Jeff Beachbum Berry, he is a pioneer in the tiki bar industry. And we both love tiki bars, so we had to stop and check it out.
It was awesome in there. If you're looking for like a nice little getaway from the French Quarter, like it's a totally different atmosphere. I actually got the painkiller, the pandan painkiller. That is a mouthful. It was really good.
Flowers, which the picture doesn't really do it justice. It like grows off the side of the leaf.
Oh wow.
And I got the rum barrel, which was so much fun. I think it had 3 different kinds of rum and 4 different kinds of juice, and it was awesome. It was a fun environment, fun vibe. You didn't even feel like you were in the French Quarter of New Orleans. So we came to Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar and Restaurant to take on a unique challenge.
Lucy's originally opened in Manhattan and has many other locations.
But if you are feeling adventurous, you can take on their infamous Scorpion Shot Challenge.
So, in the excitement of this moment, we recorded the second leading up to Clint taking the shot and the second after he took the shot. While we don't have video of Clint swallowing a dried scorpion swimming in tequila, he did in fact earn the shirt.
Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
That's a wrap on our guide to some popular drinks here in the French Quarter of New Orleans, some of which were actually invented here and are now served all over the world.
There are so many drinks that we couldn't possibly have gotten to all of them. So if there's something we missed or something you cannot believe that we didn't go to, please let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe below, and now you can also check out our brand new website where we will be sharing our travel guides and more. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram so you'll know when we post new travel guides.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade?
I don't know.